Atlantic, even senior officials who share Trump's immigration goals have been astonished by the dysfunction, the rival factions, and the total absence of a clear chain of command. Kristi Noem, nominally in charge, is said to be taking orders from one man, Stephen Miller, the ideological architect of cruelty. He dictates policy, directs raids, and allegedly oversees the same federal operations that have turned American cities into militarized zones. And yet, as shocking as that sounds, what unfolded this week in Georgia has shattered even those expectations. Armed FBI agents raided a state elections office, not for future ballots, but those from the 2020 election. Let that sink in. 6 years after Trump lost, his administration is still hunting for physical proof of a fantasy, searching for ballots, tabulator tapes, voter rolls, anything that could rewrite history. Witnesses described federal agents carrying out boxes of ballots escorted by armed personnel. And standing outside that same facility, cameras captured Tulsi Gabbard, the former congresswoman now acting as a Trump loyalist, watching as the operation unfolded. The scene shocked the nation, not only because it happened, but because it was allowed, because the FBI claimed to have a warrant, because the Department of Justice is suing 24 states, almost all Democratic, to seize voter data, and because every judge so far has said no. California said no, Oregon said no, Minnesota said no. But Georgia was forced open. They got tired of waiting, so they just went in and took it on their own, one analyst said. The symbolism is chilling. The federal government invading a state elections office, searching for ghosts of an election everyone knows is over. The comparison to Watergate isn't hyperbole anymore. It's history repeating itself. And there, amid the flashing lights and the boxes of ballots, one question echoes through the halls of power. How far is this administration willing to go? This isn't about deportations anymore. This is about domination, of truth, of law, of history itself. Trump's allies are not just enforcing policy, they're rewriting the record of America in real time. And yet, amid the chaos, one thing remains constant: the cover-up instinct. Federal officials refuse to release footage. The DOJ stays silent. The president says only that he wants an honest investigation. But behind those words, the machinery of repression moves quietly, efficiently, relentlessly. Analysts warn that the next phase, the one already quietly unfolding, may target election infrastructure nationwide. Data servers, voter rolls, certification processes. It's not just a power grab, it's a dry run for 2026. As one insider put it, they're not just rewriting the past, they're preparing to own the future. And so the warning rings again: don't exhale. The names may change, from Bovino to Holman, from Noem to Miller, but the ideology doesn't. What looks like moderation is merely camouflage. What feels like calm is just the eye of the storm. Because behind the closed doors of Washington, beneath the slogans and the flags, a darker plan is moving forward, a plan to merge federal power with partisan will, to weaponize law against democracy, to make the impossible seem inevitable. And in that silence, the people must choose: wait for the next tragedy or rise before it happens.